All right, guys, how's it going? I just wanted to touch on this article in the Times yesterday by Michael Edwards. I'm sorry, I mean Paul Joyce, regarding Jurgen Klopp having suggested or put forward Anthony's name as a possible replacement for Mo Salah during, previous uncertainty. Obviously, this was another dig at Jurgen Klopp, and all of those digs that have been in the direction of Jurgen Klopp have all been through Paul Joyce, which some people may say coincides with the return of Michael Edwards to the club. And I think it's pretty shit, to be honest with you. And I really do think it speaks volumes about the people that are now running the club, if you like, running the show. I know some of you will say Michael Edwards is FSG football, he's not LFC, but come on, guys. FSG football is overseeing what happens at Liverpool Football Club. And of course, Michael Edwards works alongside his friend Richard Hughes. And since Michael Edwards has returned to the club, we called Paul Joyce Born Again Joyce. Do you remember? Because Joyce had been very quiet prior to that period. It was always either Joyce was the main man or Ornstein, and they kind of go like this all the time, depending on the subject, And then Edwards came back into the equation, into the fold, if you like, and Joyce was born again. Articles coming out left, right, and centre. And those of you that have followed my channel for some time or are on the members website, or even that just follow everything that Joyce says himself, will have seen a number of criticisms of Jurgen Klopp, things that make Jurgen Klopp look bad. Now, what they talk about is Anthony being considered by Jurgen Klopp, which kind of makes Jurgen look a bit silly in hindsight, with the way things have gone with that player's career. But also, a number of players were considered around that period, and Jurgen Klopp would have put forward a number of suggestions. But Joyce chooses to single out that one. You only have to ask yourself why. That's it. I'm going to leave it to you. I've got my own thoughts as to why it is, and I do believe that it is. Let's be careful. How do we say this? I do believe that this is all relevant since, or all associated to the return of Michael Edwards into the whole setup, if you like. I think it's disgusting, to be honest with you. I really do. After everything that Jurgen's done for the club, some of you are saying, you've just got your tinfoil hat on. It's just a conspiracy. There's no proof that there's any. It's so fucking obvious. And why is it always through Joyce? We know why it's always through Joyce. We know who is in Paul Joyce's ear. And I find it very disappointing. And some may say that for Joyce to be relaying these kind of opinions, if you like, that something has to be in it for him. Well, it's obvious. We know what's in it for him because... if a journalist is trusted more than anybody else, then they're obviously get the best scoops. They're the most briefed. That's great. There's a working relationship there. We know that, right? That's clear, plain to see. But I don't understand the extra ass kissing that is taking place here. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sure that the discussion, will have been over the last day or I can't even remember when Joyce said it. I'm trying to get back into things following my little break, but I'm sure on social media. I don't engage in the football community on X, for example. It's too toxic. I ain't got time for that shit. But I'm sure that people have been going, oh, thank God. What was Jurgen thinking? It's all to discredit Jurgen Klopp. And this is the same people that are running the club now that have allowed 3 players to run down to within months of their contracts running. But they want to, deflect and put, oh, by the way, Jurgen, can you believe Jurgen once suggested this? Jurgen wanted Darwin Núñez, nobody else did. All these little fucking digs. I think it's, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I'm going to leave it at that. all right? I just wanted to touch on it briefly because I did see it. I did notice it. I don't understand it. Jurgen Klopp has left. Like, Jurgen Klopp's left. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to be like making out that some people are heroes. Because if you think about it, when they were going on about Darwin Núñez before, and forgive me if my memory's wrong, I don't have a very good memory. I genuinely, I struggle, right, with my memory. But I'm sure that it was Jurgen Klopp that Darwin Núñez, the rest of the recruitment, they didn't want Darwin Núñez. It was a Jurgen thing, you know. This speaks, you know, is again kind of like, you know, he wanted this would have what he would have done, but we would have done this because we're amazing. And then you literally got Joyce on his hands and fucking knees behind him, Edwards, like that, sticking his tongue as far up his ass as he can. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's obvious they've got a working relationship. Fine, stick to the facts. Why are they sticking a knife in on Jurgen? Do you know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And, you know, if we're seeing it and we're reading it like that, then trust me, Jurgen knows about it as well. Do you know what I mean? But he's going to be more of a man, isn't he? And he ain't going to say it out. It's really triggered me, that. Again. You know, like when they first made the changes and they come in and we're tidying up this and we're doing that, right? You can understand people saying, well, you know, the previous... It's like the election, isn't it? You know, like when Labour got in the most recent election, it doesn't matter which side you're on, fuck that shit, right? But what I mean is, you always blame it on everyone else, don't they? Well, you know, it's the previous lot, we've inherited this. You know, they can be in power for 10 years and they'll still be going on about stuff that happened 12 years ago or something like that. You know, and this is a bit like what I'm feeling with Liverpool at the moment. So, like, there's a change in management and the way the club is run. So we're trying to change things, and the previous people want to do this, and we work that. You can understand a little bit of that to an extent, you know. But now we're still going on about Jurgen and what he might have said once, you know. What about the players that Jurgen suggested that have gone on to be fucking brilliant that nobody backed him with? Now, fuck them, man. I'm not having it, guys. I'm not honest. And I don't know. It's really triggered me, man, because I can see what's going on here. I might be fat, but I ain't thick. Do you know what I mean? And I know, well, I can't say I categorically know. But what I can say is I've got a good fucking idea of who's giving it this. You know what I mean? And I don't like it. Because Jurgen Klopp's done more for that club than any of them fuckers. That is for sure. Yeah? So, be wary, be cautious of Joyce, all right? And Paul Joyce, if you're watching this, we think you're great. Like, stick to the reporting and all that. We know you're going to kiss ass, right? You scratch their back, they scratch yours. We know all that, right? But there ain't no need to get to them levels to get down on your hands and knees and stick your fucking tongue as far up their ass as it can go. I don't see what you're getting out of it, personally. Fucking joke.